I know it sounds silly. Is it on? But I am a little bit nervous. Henry, it's just walking around the woods in a helmet. You've done it 1,000 times before. Hello, and welcome to a whole new thing. Welcome to QuarterHP. We're here to try and make the best mountain bike reviews on the internet, featuring the best quality of frame testing, all made possible by who we feel are the best brands making the best control parts. Not only that, I'm doing it with some of my favorite people in the bike industry. But before we get to any of that, let's go straight from the top. What the f is QuarterHP? Our plan then is really very simple. To offer the best quality independent frame-only reviews, we need to be using the best quality control parts to really help pass out the differences between the latest bikes, as well as telling the stories behind some truly great ones. What we don't want is, after 5 years of a bike being developed, your main takeaway from the review is that the tyres are too thin and the droppers are too short, which is something I may or may not have been guilty of in the past. We're focused on talking to you in the absolute best production quality that we can muster.
So not like this.
And definitely not like this. But a little bit more like this. And with a good dollop of this. After all, you've just ridden your bike for 5 hours in the pissing rain, and now you want to put your feet up and be entertained. And don't you just deserve it, you little minx you? We've partnered with our favourite brands to give the cleanest and clearest editorial guidelines possible. In a sentence, we will never take a cent from a frame manufacturer, so you know where our money's coming from. The other big part of using these control products is not only giving us the best environment for controlled testing, but it's also funding all of this, meaning we can tell richer, deeper stories about mountain biking and have it be a bit more entertainment focused. We don't want these to feel like you're eating your broccoli with a shotgun pointed at your temple. We want you to enjoy it because it's something we're going to have a lot of fun with. Another sponsor we won't be having is a drivetrain sponsor, and that's because we, like you, have no idea where the whole gearbox thing is going. Will it be considered genius, outside-of-the-box thinking, or perhaps something to be confined to the bargain bin? Either way, we want to keep all of our frame options very much open. And how could we review a gearbox, giving it a fair shake, if we're taking big bucks from big derailleur? As much as anything though, we're motivated by the chance to go on an adventure as friends, and with just the 4 of us, we can run it as a cooperative, or dare I say, like a bunch of free love hippies. Now, put your car keys in the bowl there, Tom. So why do mountain bikers on YouTube need funds from our partners at all? Well, you see over there, that's our filmer Tom, and he insists on some rather extravagant purchases, such as fuel for his car. Nothing above 87, Tom. Our partner brands get exposure, and our audience gets a really clear understanding of where our funds come from, plus some detailed frame reviews with a jot of entertainment along the way. No poker games, no fluff, just clear, honest and authentic. But I suppose what we really want at QuarterHP is to not only have a rider, such as myself, who's a weekend warrior, but also somebody who's been a warrior at more than a few race weekends. Note to editor, those medals definitely aren't mine. What we can then do is compare the bikes, not only in terms of good or bad, but also their suitability for different rider skill and rider style, giving you, the mountain biker, a better informed idea of what your next mountain bike is actually going to ride like. From there, we can present the bike's optimized spec, explain how to maximize its potential, and explore what it feels like on the actual trail. Now, the truth is that mountain bike geometry, the numbers have never been so similar, and it's definitely converged to a point. But just because some of those key values are the same, it doesn't mean that all bikes ride the same or have the same character. So, who is our secret Stig figure? Well, you'll just have to tune in to find out. Now, don't forget to subscribe as we put out content from now until forever. And stick around to keep in touch with everything QuarterHP.